Happy Monday. I hope it's happy for you. I think it's gone up like 20 degrees since I woke up this morning. And if you think you hear a goose in the background, you do. The pond is right out this window. So I don't have a ton happening today. I already made Tim's lunches for the week, and I've shown you guys that before. And I don't have any laundry because I did it all yesterday. And then I made the bed. I'll probably vacuum, but that'll be later, and that's not really very exciting. So I thought I'd just kind of bring you guys into the bathroom with me and show you my little makeup routine or skincare routine, whatever you want to call this. I don't typically wear makeup every single day. If I don't have anything going on, and I'm not leaving the house, I don't put makeup on. I'll wash my face and put toner on and moisturize and that kind of thing, but I save makeup for public outings so I don't scare people. But on an average makeup day, it's fairly simple. I don't have a whole, drawn out hour-long makeup routine. I used to take a little bit more time with my makeup whenever I went to work, but I don't do that anymore. I just work from home with my computer and YouTube, so I'm gonna put on makeup for you guys today. But I usually start by washing my face. I showed you guys what I use for the face wash, and that's just this CeraVe Renewing Cleanser. You can get that at Target, pretty much anywhere. And then I use this toner in the morning. This I get from Amazon, but I think you can also get this at like Ulta Beauty and other places too. I started using this like maybe a year ago or 2 years ago. Probably about a year ago. This is the first toner that I've ever found that exfoliates, smooths, and moisturizes all in one. Like there's a visible difference in my skin. It doesn't just feel different, it actually looks clearer and more toned and even. So I really like that stuff. I highly recommend it. It's not cheap, but it lasts a few months for me. And then once my face kind of dries a little bit, I don't actually put moisturizer on in the morning. So like I said, that stuff has a little bit of moisturizer in it, so I don't really need to apply any more. But as far as moisturizing goes, I usually apply that at nighttime, and I use this like ultra thick, like really good stuff. So I'll wash my face at night and then just slather this on. And this is amazing. This is another one of those products that is not cheap, but it's one of very few that I actually see a visible difference on my skin with. When you find something good, stick with it. That's what I say. I don't need to put that on this morning. So once my face is dry, I usually just put on this. What is this? This is It Cosmetics, and it's just a concealer. I've got a little bit of melasma right here on the side of my face from a lot of years in the sun. I really hate it. I hate it so much. So I always try to cover it up as much as I can with like the tiniest amount of this stuff, like tiny amount. And then I just kind of, just a little bit right there. And then I'll just blend it in on the top of my eye and under my eye like that. And I'll do it on both sides to keep it even. Thankfully, I only have that one spot to worry about. I hope it doesn't get worse as I get older, but I'm sure it will. And then for my liquid foundation, this is what I've been using for a few years as well. This is e.l.f. This is the Camo CC cream. This is also a really affordable makeup, so I guess I can say that I balance it out that way with my expensive skincare routine. I use kind of cheaper makeup. But I am shade Light 280N, if you're curious. That's what I am. So I get a glob of it on my finger, kind of put a bunch of dots all over my face. Story thinks this is hilarious when I do this. But I just kind of distribute it everywhere and then like wipe my finger off on my neck because I kind of blend down. Then I use my little sponge and I wet it, of course. And then I just kind of dab it in. See, these are the kind of videos that I like to share with you guys, because if I put this on just the channel, people would unsubscribe so fast. They're like, what the heck did I subscribe to? A beauty channel? Not hardly. But I feel like I get the question kind of often, what kind of makeup do you wear in the theme parks or just in general? So I like to share it when I get a chance. And I'm not one to try different things often. I'll usually find something I like and I'll stick with it forever. I think I've been using this foundation for, I think I started using it in 2020. And so yeah, it's been like 4 years. So yeah, I just kind of blend it down into my neck until it's all kind of all over. So that's my base face, and then I usually get my brush, and I have this Physicians Formula Healthy Glow Bronzer. I've been using this, I want to say, since college, if not since high school. I feel like I've been using this since high school. Talk about brand loyalty right there. But like I said, you know, it just works, and it's not like this crazy designer brand that costs you 50 bucks or anything. It's like $12 at Target. So I just get a little bit on here, and then I just do right here, and then on this side under my cheekbone, and then I kind of go up here at my temple and like around my hairline, places where the sun would naturally kind of hit, and then just make sure I don't have any like harsh creases anywhere. And then kind of on the bridge of my nose along the sides, and blend that a little bit, and on my chin a little bit, and then kind of down my neck and under my jaw. This looks like I'm just putting it all over my face, but I haven't applied it on my brush more than twice, so I'm just kind of scooting it around, if you will. Okay, that's pretty good. And really, that doesn't show up too much. That's just to give my face a little bit of dimension so I don't look so flat from that liquid foundation. And then same brand, it's just the blush. It's like a blushing rose. It's just a palette, and it's breaking and I'm almost out of it, but I'm gonna keep using this till it's dead. So get a little bit of that on there, and then I just boop, 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 right there. Just right there. That's it. That's it for my face, and then I'll get my whatever kind of brush this is called. And remember when I said I've been using things forever? This is the eyeshadow that I use, and I only use this side. That side is way too dark for me. So this is kind of just a coppery color. I have had this since I was pregnant, so at least, story's 5, so at least 6 years. This exact one. I haven't bought a new one, this exact one. But again, e.l.f. It's affordable and it lasts forever. So I just put a little bit on the outside of my eyelid, and that kind of helps with the concealer creasing too. It doesn't crease as bad when I put that powder on there. And I'm actually kind of taking my time today. If I'm in a hurry, which is usually what I'm in, it's like a, you know, I don't care. Okay. I don't even put anything on the inside. Like the outside is enough, because then I put on my mascara. Now the mascara is one of my favorite parts of makeup. It actually, I think it changes your entire face. This and your brows change your entire face. Got a little thing right there. So I splurge on a better mascara. This is from Thrive Cosmetics. I feel like I've probably done a reel on this before, or a story on Instagram. I'm not really sure. It's an online company, and I forget what percentage of their sales goes to a cause, but they do take proceeds from their sales and they give it to women's shelters or women's cancer treatment centers and things like that. And so it's all women empowerment, and so I feel good contributing to that. And it's a good product. It's one of those lash extender or lash lengthening types. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to show this really well. But see how my lashes are kind of barely there? Like, look at the difference already. Nothing and then something. And then I'll usually kind of go back over it again. Yeah. Big difference, right? Oh, there's a goose out there taking a bath. I can hear her little head going in the water. My neighbor has eggs in her yard, and I think that's the parents. There's like a mama goose and a daddy goose, and they take turns taking baths in the morning. I went out there the other day and fed them some grapes. I felt bad. Because she sits on that nest all day and all night. We had a thunderstorm recently, and she just sat there all night through the whole thing. She deserved a treat. Okay, I think I'm done. See what a difference that makes? Now, if I'm like going out or, well, I don't go out anymore, but if I were doing something fancy, like going to a wedding or a birthday party, then I would have put on my liquid eyeliner before the mascara. So I would line my top lid and then put the mascara on. And that would be my like leveled up eye look. And then for my brows, again, not fancy, CoverGirl. It's a soft brown, 710, just a stick. And really, I don't do a lot. I just kind of brush my brows. Because they're kind of a light brown anyways, so they kind of blend in with my face until I outline them and give them a little more body. This is going to be hard to show on camera, but I will do my best. Maybe I can do it. This is hard to do. Okay, sorry about that, but I just could not do the brows and show the camera at the same time. But here they are. So, like I said, I just use the stick. I kind of like shape them a little bit better because I grew up in the 90s when I learned how to put makeup on, and that's when it was really cool to pluck all your eyebrows away. And mine didn't grow back, so I have to use a stick now to draw them on. But it's nothing too crazy, like I said. So that's my face. Hope you guys like that. As far as my hair goes, oh my gosh, I neglect my hair so bad. I'm actually considering making a major change to my hair. I have an appointment this Friday, and I am going back and forth between should I get bangs or should I like chop my hair off. Not like off, but you know, it's pretty, like, I don't know, I would say it's long now, but I haven't had a trim in a while, and it's just starting to look kind of stringy and just not very, I don't know, I just don't style it every day, you know? If I went to work or if I had somewhere to physically go or people to see, it might be different. And of course, it's coming from me who's on the internet, but like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, I feel like if I get bangs, it'll be a little bit more stylized. It won't just be like, oh, clip my hair back in this clip every single day, or you know, put my hair in the bun like I always do. Which honestly, I think I do too much because now my hair underneath, like right here, is starting to get really damaged because I don't let it breathe. I just always have it in some kind of an accessory. So I feel like if I cut my hair a little bit shorter, I would wear it down more often because it won't be, you know, like hanging in my face and everything. And I can stylize it a little bit more, like maybe put some curl in it, or I don't know. I cut my hair before, back in 2019 when Story was a baby, because I just couldn't, I did this all the time. Like I couldn't deal with doing my hair, so I cut it. And it was great for a while. But then of course, I don't know, I grew it out again because I missed long hair. And I guess one argument to that is like, oh, I guess you could get extensions, but that's expensive and I don't want to do that. And my hair grows decently quick, so I'm talking myself into getting a major haircut. And I don't know if I should tell Tim because he loves my long hair. Not that he wouldn't like it or he wouldn't encourage me to do what I want. I think he makes sure to tell me like, you know, you're beautiful all the time. But if we're talking about preferences, he likes long hair. So that part makes me feel guilty, I guess, for doing something that I want to do with my own hair, which sounds ridiculous saying it out loud, but I just want to make my husband happy too. I want to make sure that he's attracted to me still. I don't know, this is rambling now. I think he'll be happy if I'm happy, and that's the bottom line. And if my hair is manageable and I can style it, I feel like I'll be happier. Because this is just not cute anymore. I'm tired of clipping my hair back all the time. I feel like the trench bowl from Matilda. But bangs would be cute too. I did that before back in 2014. I liked them, but then you have to keep up with them. When they grow out, they get in your eyes, and then you start pushing them to the side, and you got like shaggy Scooby-Doo hair. I don't know, it just looks not cute anymore, and I don't want to go to the salon every week to have them trimmed to where they're supposed to be. Plus it's summer. It's almost summer. It might as well be. When we have 80 degrees here in the spring, I call that summer. When you start sweating and your bangs start sticking to your face, that's unpleasant. So I think this is a bad time of year to do that. I should have done it earlier if I was going to do that. That's why I'm kind of leaning towards like a long bob haircut. I don't know. Well, I guess you'll find out in the next video if I went through with it or not, or if I chickened out in the chair like I always do. Okay. My face is ready for the office. Around this time of day, I usually try to answer comments if I have any, or since it's Monday, I'm going to actually get this video that you're watching right now started so that if there's anything that I want to add to it later on, which there will be tonight, I can just throw that on the end of the video and it won't take me that long to edit because I'll already have most of it done. But if you guys remember, I made a community post yesterday or the day before, I don't know what day it was, but I posted on there telling you that there's some tea being spilled. If you have been with us for a while, back in 2021, Tim was in Germany and I was kind of doing just like daily vlogs every day here at home, and it was Story's birthday party, and we had an entire dramatic fallout with the company or the lady that was supposed to bring this bounce house to us and set it up and all this, and it turned out she was a scam artist. Like, she's a photographer locally and she does that, but the bounce house was a thing that she was doing as like a side gig to make extra money. I need like an hour to like go over all of this with you guys, but if you haven't seen the video, I will link that below. That will catch you up or at least give you a taste for what kind of person this girl is. But since then, there has been an entire community rallying around this girl and trying to warn people in Charleston not to use her because she doesn't give you your pictures back. She doesn't issue refunds. I luckily got I got a partial refund, but like that supposedly is like rare because people just don't get them from her, or she blocks them, or you know, whatever it is. She's just done some shady things. I'll say that. She has a criminal record as well, not related to photography. But all that to say, this community that has been building this case against her has reached out to the local news, and they do a segment every week or I don't know when they do it. I don't watch the news very often, but I am tonight. But they do these segments where they do investigations on businesses that just are unfair or whatever, or, you know, whatever the case is. They have agreed to run a report on her, on this photographer, based on everything and all the proof that all these other parents have. That started, oh gosh, like I want to say back in December or January, because the reporter actually contacted me because they all shared my video that I did about the bounce house. And so she contacted me to see if I wanted to do an interview in person and talk about it. Unfortunately, that was right in the middle of when Tutu passed, and I was like, I can't even entertain the thought of any of this right now. I just do not have the capacity to deal with this, so I'm sorry. But here's my video. If you want to take clips from that and reference it, you are more than welcome to. You can use my name, do whatever you want with what I've already created, you know what I mean? And so I don't know if she's going to use our video or anything like that in this report tonight. It doesn't really matter to me. I don't want to spread Battleground biscuits across Charleston in that fashion, you know? Like, that has nothing to do with the intentions of our channel, and I don't want that kind of publicity or attention whatsoever. So I'm totally fine with her not using it. But I am still very, very excited to see this report because it has been a long time coming, to say the least. So that's supposed to be airing tonight at 6 o'clock. This photographer, she had the opportunity to answer some questions or to even provide any kind of defense or proof that, you know, anything that any of us are saying are untruthful or whatever. And she said nothing. She provided nothing. So it looks really bad on her end. And you know, like when these reporters do these stories like this, they can't just go off of hearsay. They have to have proof. They also run all of this information through a legal team so that they can make sure that, you know, everything is presented legally and fair. And so they've done that. I know this woman has already tried, she already knows like it's coming, because it's been posted, like the trailer for this has been posted and shared on social media. So she's seen it and she knows it's coming, and she's already made a post on her business page about how, you know, she gave all this information to the reporter already, but the reporter didn't use it. This is what this woman does. She talks and talks and posts all these poor me stories trying to get people to empathize with her. But all these people, all these customers that she's wronged have proof, like text messages and contracts and all these things that prove that she is not telling the truth. So I don't know how she thinks people are going to believe her. It's crazy. It's madness. So if you're into drama, like, this is where it's at. I don't know. Sometimes I like to read this kind of stuff because it's unbelievable to me. But other times I just, like I said, I don't have the capacity for it, and I've got to like just check out, turn it off, not pay attention. Hopefully after tonight, after this whole thing airs, it can just be done. This woman is supposedly moving away to Pennsylvania, so if you live in Pennsylvania, look out, she's coming for you. If you hear of Well-Kept Design in Pennsylvania, or anywhere up there in the Northeast, look out for her. I would not recommend this company at all. She even went as far as to create another Facebook account, use her daughter's name as the account holder, and then she took a picture of a little girl that was a client of her. Her mom was a client of hers up in Pennsylvania. She took the little girl's picture and she used it as the profile on this Facebook page that she created, just so that she could comment as somebody else in defense of the photographer. It's just so messed up. It's so messy. It's just, and you take a little girl's picture? What? That's got to be illegal right there. Like, she's insane. Clinically crazy. Oh Lord, talk about drama. We got some drama across the street going on too. I'll save that for another day. So that long story is just to say that I want to share it with you guys, but I don't know, I'm not exactly sure how, other than holding the camera up to the TV and watching it in real time with you. But like I said, that's at 6 o'clock tonight. So I'm going to do as much editing as I can right now. That way, whenever that airs tonight, I can, get that last clip and then throw it on the video and then be done. Like I said earlier, this is not stuff that I could share with the other, with the main channel, because people that come on to learn about Disney and stuff are probably going to be like, what in the world did I agree to? That's what's going on today. I'm going to get this started. In about an hour, I am going to go and pick up Story. And then we're going to have our little afternoon here, mommy and daughter. And then I might see you later on tonight for the news. Be right back. Okay, it's about to come on. I think after this commercial break. So I am slamming some mac and cheese left over from Story's dinner and I'm going to record this for you guys. There's probably going to be a link to this after the fact, which I'll also put at the bottom of this video so you guys can watch it on a real TV or a real screen. But I'm also going to record it for this video too. I feel like we should have thrown a watch party. Okay. Let's go get into position. Hopefully you guys will be able to hear this okay. I think I'm going to turn you guys around to face the TV. I wanted to do like a screen within a screen, but I can't record my face and the TV at the same time. So, unless I like hold up my phone behind the camera. I wonder if I can do that. This is like some behind the scenes vlogging. Oh.
Customer concern. Now, from the Low Country's news leader.
Here we go.
This is Live 5 News.
Well, several Low Country customers say they became victims of a photographer who robbed them of their precious memories and their money.
At the center of these accusations, Amber Riley, who owns Well Kept Design, a photography business that brings affordable and quality photography and designs to the Carolinas, Tennessee, and Pennsylvania, according to its Facebook page.
Our Emily Johnson joining us now after talking with those customers as well as Riley and Emily. She said the complaints actually came from just a few customers and that those customers have been harassing and bullying her.
Yes, that's correct. And those are complaints. And this story all started basically with a Facebook page with more than 2,500 members, where some former customers shared their experiences working with Well Kept Design. Now, some claim that the documentation of important lifelong memories and milestones are now lost due to the work of Amber Riley.
Those are my daughter's first pictures, and I didn't even get them.
Caitlin Houston first reached out to Riley in June of 2021 to schedule a photo shoot documenting her daughter's first birthday.
My husband was deployed, he was gone, so I was coming up with things to do with her, just the two of us, because we didn't have anybody around.
After a brief photo shoot, Houston says Riley promised the photos would be ready in 2 to 3 weeks. But Houston says she never received the photos in that time frame, so she reached back out.
And I was like, I just want my pictures. And at that point, it had been 6 weeks. And I even was still polite. And I said, my husband's very excited to see them. He's still gone, you know, like he would love to see them. And I never got them.
Never seen the photos of her daughter's first birthday. Never being able to send those photos to her deployed husband. And never being refunded.
That was the first experience we got to have for her, and she ruined it.
In response, Riley says the photos were downloaded by Houston on July 28, 2021, and provided a screenshot showing someone had downloaded the photos. Houston maintains that she never downloaded that link.
I'm not even sure if she remembers who I am, but obviously it still bothers me that she ruined my daughter's birthday.
Riley's business, Well Kept Design, has an average rating of 2.8 out of 5 on Better Business Bureau, where it's not accredited and has an F rating. Marina Fridmanovich also hired Riley in 2021 to photograph her daughter's 3rd birthday party, along with 2 other friends' children. A month later, she had still not received the photos.
The other family's asking me, where are the pictures? And I'm telling her, like, hey, we really need those pictures. Kind of replied without any apology, saying like, hey, you know, the disc was cropped. I'm trying to recover the pictures. I don't know how long it will take.
Riley offered a refund and complimentary session due to the circumstances.
So, you know, it's not like we can repeat that birthday party again.
Fridmanovich says no refund was ever initiated, forcing her to dispute the charge with her credit card company.
You know, you fail to deliver the pictures to 3 families. You know, we have 0 pictures from that event, and those are the captured memories that are forever lost.
In response, Riley says she was unable to recover the photos. Documents show Riley accepted the dispute from the credit card company. With hopes of finding answers, I also looked into Riley's criminal history. I discovered Riley was previously sentenced to 16 months in a Tennessee prison for healthcare fraud, resulting in at least a $4.4 million loss to TennCare, according to the Department of Justice.
You cannot, you know, pretend that you're a victim here.
Another former customer, Tyra Davis, did receive her maternity photo shoot photos from Riley, but a week after Valentine's Day, when they were originally promised.
They were like crooked, they were like blurry, like you couldn't even focus on the pictures. It was awful. It was really bad.
Davis asked for a refund when she says Riley accused her of disrespecting her business. That's when she says she was blocked by Riley.
I got my tubes tied shortly after I had my last daughter, so this was like my last chance to take like maternity photos, so it just kind of ruined that moment for me.
In response, Riley says she has no recollection of business with Davis and was unable to recover any documentation of business between the two. Davis provided documentation of conversations between Well Kept Design and Riley. Now, Riley rescheduled a virtual interview with me multiple times in an effort to be able to share her side of the story. She responded to some of the customers' accusations included in the story and released the following statement. It says, in quote, "I've appreciated the opportunity to respond to these accusations and have provided proof of refunds and offers I've extended to make things right. The documents provided reflect that out of these people, only 4 out of 4,000-ish serviced and simply unhappy with the service and were not, quote, scammed. Over the last 2.5 years, I've experienced relentless cyberbullying and harassment online, and it's truly frightening. A group of individuals has been spreading hate and making derogatory comments and launching personal attacks against me." Now, the well-kept customers all explained that if you're in a similar situation and how to avoid something like this from happening to you, to check out the Better Business Bureau, all online reviews and references. To read more about other customers' experiences and Riley's full statement, visit our website, live5news.com.
Okay, my arm is about to break off. I should not have held, that was like 6 minutes. I just held the camera up. Yeah, so clearly she didn't come back to do an interview because she's guilty and she doesn't know what else to say. So she wrote up her little excuse and just shared that. Nobody's bullying her. She's not a victim. She's a criminal. And I didn't know that that Caitlin Houston girl was a military spouse. So maybe that's what she targets. Vulnerable people. I mean, it makes sense. You know, she's offering these really, really cheap services. So it's going to be people that can't afford to spend hundreds of dollars on a session. Well, that's that. So there was your tea. I hope you guys found that interesting. I hope you guys never have to experience a photographer like that. Just do your research, check reviews, and like I said before, normally I do that kind of thing, but in that instance, I was booking something last minute, and that's what happens. That's what you get for not doing research. I'll be curious to see if Amber Riley stays in Charleston or stays in Pennsylvania, or after all this, if she decides she needs to move somewhere else, because that's what it seems like she does. But anyways, Tim and Story are outside, so I'm going to clean up from dinner, and then I'm going to go finish editing this video. So hopefully it's not too late whenever you guys get to watch it. But thanks for spending this Monday with me. I will see you on the next one next week. Bye!